I'm sure you've heard the news, Los Angeles is in turmoil. Wildfires are raging and powerful winds are making things worse. January 7, 2025, will be remembered for the wildfires that erupted across Los Angeles. The Palisades fire alone has scorched 2,900 acres, destroying homes and landmarks like Theater Palisades. 30,000 residents are under evacuation orders, with shelters set up at Westwood Recreation Center. In Altadena, the Eaton fire has burned 1,000 acres, prompting evacuations, and the opening of the Pasadena Convention Center as a shelter. Senior citizens were safely evacuated from a local healthcare center. The Hearst fire in Sylmar has led to more evacuations, with residents north of the 210 freeway in immediate danger. Fueling these fires are the Santa Ana winds, with gusts up to 100 miles per hour, making firefighting efforts nearly impossible. Schools are closed, events canceled, and officials urge everyone to stay informed and prepared. Governor Newsom has declared a state of emergency.
Deep appreciation of the men and women in uniform across jurisdictions. I want to thank, in particular, Chief Crowley and Chief Moroni for your outstanding leadership, Police Chief, Sheriff's Office, all of our local law enforcement agencies that work hand in glove. There is simply no better mutual aid system anywhere in the United States of America, and you're seeing it now at scale once again here in Southern California. I say once again because we were here not too long ago, the Franklin fire. A few weeks prior to that, the Mountain Fire, November, December, now January. There's no fire season, it's fire year, it's year round. And it's incredibly important that we heed the warnings, the calls, that we're not out of the woods by any stretch of the imagination. You may feel at home that you're fine down in Riverside County, San Bernardino County, down in Ventura County, other parts of the state, but there's a reason we pre-positioned hundreds of assets and personnel on Sunday in anticipation of this wind event. 110 engines specifically were sent down, 45 by CAL FIRE, 65 through our mutual aid system, through the Office of Emergency Services, water tenders down here, 7 new helicopters we brought from Northern California down to Southern California. We just brought our C-130 down from Northern California. It already just had its first drop. By no stretch of the imagination are we out of the woods. You heard a chief say 10 p.m. tonight till 5 a.m. tomorrow will be peak winds. And having just quite literally an hour or so ago gone up the canyon and saw firsthand the impact of these swirling winds and the embers and the number of structures that are destroyed, not a few, many structures already destroyed, and the fact that people were still not evacuated, still did not heed the warning, we're just coming down the canyon, is a reminder of how serious this moment is and how important it is you listen to these evacuation orders. We've all been to memorials. I've never been to a memorial for a building, but for family members and loved ones. I know you cannot say this enough. It's foundational. One other thing I want to say, because you can't say it enough, is expression of gratitude. The President of the United States happens to be in town. It didn't take more than a text message to get the FMAG approved, which means we're getting reimbursed for the vast majority of these costs. No politics, no hand-wringing, no kissing of the feet. The President of the United States said, yes, what else do you need? Emergency proclamations being drafted as we speak. And I just want to thank the President, because that's something I don't take for granted and something we should not take for granted at this moment in American history. So thank you, President Biden, as well. Final point. We encourage you. You heard all those websites. I don't want to burden you with any more except one. Fire.ca.gov. And why do I say that? Nothing like it in the country. It's nothing like that we've seen in any jurisdiction around the world. 3D maps and live cams on fire.ca.gov would also show you the evacuation orders. I encourage people to take a look at that site for information. And of course, ready.ca.org to make sure that you're prepared as we work through yet another extraordinary month in this fire year perpetual fire year here in the state of California. Thank you again to all of the folks behind me and the outstanding leadership of all the elected officials as well. And forgive me, one point I'd be remiss. Thank you to Mayor Bass, who was on the phone immediately this morning, making sure even in absentia that she's here organizing everything she can to make sure we're successful as well.
And federal assistance is on the way. Stay safe, stay alert, and stay strong, Los Angeles.